Ireland.com. Happy Thanksgiving.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Yeah, with how hard he just got in, he's lucky to be able to hold on to the ball. This team is extremely active.
He's got a target for the touchdown.
Season 2, Week 12, Buccaneers at Falcons. It's the Thanksgiving game.
Tampa's always been about the fear. From the unstoppable Mike Allstott to the unbreakable Derek Brooks. Like Warren Sapp, intimidation is their weapon. These are the Bucs. It's about elevation in the ATL. It's the flight of Tony G, the Dirty Birds, and Dion High stepping to pay dirt, to rise up to the challenge. These are the Falcons.
Hello and welcome to Madden 25, presenting the 1st and 10 franchise, featuring the virtual avatar of your host, Ronn McCarrick. That's me.
Hello, friends. Jim Nance alongside Bill Sims.
This is actually the 12th game of the second season of this career. I've been recording all of these on my... There I am, right there. That is my avatar. You'll be seeing a lot of him. He'll be throwing some touchdowns. I've actually recorded all of these, but due to lack of time, patience, and the editing software's tendency to lag, glitch, and freeze, I haven't managed to get them all up yet. Plus, I have to narrate them all, because other than my narration, there's really nothing to watch here. Really, it's just a video game. I've been toying with the idea, and I didn't do it on the first one, but I think I will do it on future ones, of speeding up the gameplay by increasing the frame rate on the video. Maybe crank it up to 1 1/4. I did some testing at 1 1/2, and everything gets a little silly at 1 1/2. But I think we could take it to 1 1/4, and it'll look a little fast, but not anything crazy. I've been recording these on the Hop Hog, I think that's how you pronounce it, HAUPPAGE, something like that, PVR, HD PVR, which I guess PVR would be personal video recorder, I think. Can't think of anything else. HD, of course, being high definition. So these are all recorded in 1920 by 1080. And I've been pretty happy with the way that this little gizmo captures the screen. On the PlayStation, which is where we're actually playing this at, it does not support an HDMI connection, so I had to get component cables to make that work, but it's just a minor little bit of compromise on the actual video quality. It's not too bad. And then I've been editing it up using Microsoft Movie Maker, which comes with Windows 8. I think it came with Windows 7, which is not bad. It's got most of the tools I would want, but it seems, and I don't know if this is the software or my computer, although I will say it behaves the same on both my laptop and my desktop, which have wildly different specs, but it tends to lag and freeze and crash the more cuts and the more edits, the more pieces you fragment the video into, which makes things a little difficult to piece together. This game, again, the first one I've decided to put up on the website. The original narration I did for it was terrible, as I recorded it in my living room at Thanksgiving while the football game was on, and I think the TV is nearly as loud as I was. So for those of you who took the time to listen to that, I apologize. I also think as I strip out the old narration and stitch this one in, I may do a little light editing to speed this up a little bit, because it is a rather long way to watch a video game, and I can't really believe that anybody is interested in watching this. And I'm just doing it for my own personal reasons, which I don't know what they are. I guess YouTube will let me put the video up, and my web page is mine, so whatever. So you get a bunch of video games. I put my little logo there in the bottom of the corner using the Hop Hog PVR. Just lets me just stick that in there, change the size of it. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's mine. I use it, whatever. And as to why am I playing on the Falcons? Well, let's take a step back. And my brother and I picked up Madden 25 and decided to do the full-on career thing. And in that, if you're not familiar with Madden, you basically build your character, and they have a feature called Game Face, where you're allowed to take a front and side view photographs, multiples, and you can run them through their little computer program on the web, and it will model your face for you, and then you can import that into the game. So my brother and I both have done this, imported it into the game, built a quarterback. We are playing quarterback, choose your position, and then let ourselves get drafted. We did a full-on NFL draft of all the players, all the teams, full-on fantasy draft. And initially, I was going to be on the Lions, was my plan. And I think my brother was talking about being Denver. But we built these characters, we picked our teams, and then we put everybody into a full-on draft. And in the fantasy draft, I was drafted by the Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons put me in the lineup, and I don't remember who the quarterback is that I had to beat out, but I did turn on the auto start, because it's just not any fun if you don't start and you have to sit on the bench until you get good enough to actually start. So in that regard, that's kind of a cheat, I guess. But the actual gameplay here is it's being run at all Madden level, which is the top difficulty. You can adjust the speed of the game anywhere from very slow to normal to fast to very fast. And we are using the very fast speed on this. So you're at all Madden, but going very fast. And as you can see, here we are in the first quarter. And I've already managed to get 2 touchdowns, and it looks like I'm pushing for a third. So it's not terribly realistic as far as that goes. Hey, there we go. Talk about getting a third. Coach is very pumped. I'm pumped. Looking good. Now my goal has been the same for a number of weeks now, is to set the new touchdown record. And the current touchdown record in number of touchdowns in a game is 11, which is a lot of touchdowns. But I don't know if I have that record or if I tied that record. I think at this point, my brother and I have both scored 11 touchdowns. I would have to check the stats to be sure on that, but I think that's where we stand. We're both just stuck at 11. Although it could have been that I scored 10, and then he took the record away from me with 11. But right now, the record is 11, and so I'm trying for 12 touchdowns in a game. And the only way to really plan that is to try and get 3 touchdowns per quarter. And in the first quarter of this one, I did great. I got my 3 touchdowns. I have gotten as many as 4 touchdowns in a quarter, but to do that, you really need to get some breaks. You either need huge plays where it's, one and done. You come out, go for the bomb, you get the touchdown, and you take 20 seconds off the clock, or you need some turnovers on the opposing offense. And that sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you get in here and the record of the team you're playing is terrible and you think this is going to be great, but all they manage to do is milk the clock, and you end up in a 5 or 7 minute quarters is what we're playing. And in 7 minute quarters, you end up getting the ball for 2 minutes, which can really, lower your productivity. Where am I going? Oh, so 3 touchdowns a quarter is really about the most I feel like you can expect. But even still, 12 is the goal. That one was a little high-risk pass there. Maybe I shouldn't have thrown that one, because I will say one thing about this game is that the interceptions are prolific. Last season, I think I threw 62, 63 interceptions. But my touchdowns were far higher than that. I want to say it was 63 interceptions and something like 110 touchdowns or something ridiculous like that. So the numbers are not sim. You couldn't sim this, especially given that as the only character I control is that guy. All these receivers, the running backs, the tight ends, I have no control over that. All I do is I call when to snap the ball, and then I choose who to throw it to and throw the ball. All the after the catch stuff, the running, I have no control over that. All I can control is the single character in this game that represents me. So that fellow, Ronn McCarrick there, he is, he's all that I can do anything with. Now, the game does this thing where you get experience points. Essentially, they're experience points for what you do in the game. And as a weekly goal, your goal is, as a quarterback, is to throw 3 touchdowns, have 24 completions, and I believe there's a yardage marker, but I can't remember what that is. It may be 300 yards. So those are your incentives. You get a bundle of experience points if you meet each of those markers. So the incentive for me to run the ball just isn't there. So I could tell you, since I'm recording this after the fact, I do not run the ball a single time in this game. Every play in this game is a pass. And since I'm trying to set a touchdown record here, most of those passes are going deep. And they're going to keep on coming right through the fourth quarter, because my goal isn't just to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. My goal is to destroy the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the difference between this game and the games with my brother, which while I probably should put up the games in order, starting with my rookie season and just put them all up, this game is interesting in that it just turned out to be the Thanksgiving Day game, which was on Thanksgiving, so I thought, what the hell? I gotta start putting these up at some point. But the 2 or 3 games I've had to play against my brother would probably be the games of most interest to you, or to me, or to anybody other than me. So I think I'll edit those up, and those will be the next 2 or 3. I think it was just once last season, once this season. So yeah, we didn't meet in the playoffs, so it's just the 2 games. And closing in on a 3rd touchdown. No, yes, 2nd touchdown in the 2nd quarter. That's right, 28. So 3 minutes. Get a touchdown here, we'll be good. Nope. Instead, we get a fumble. So we've got to somehow manage to get 2 touchdowns in 3 minutes and 4 seconds. He drops that ball a lot. I don't know who Lynch plays for in real life, and I don't know what he's like as a player because I don't follow his career. But in this game, he drops the ball a lot. Boom, 2 minutes. This is our 2-minute drill.
Falcons are ready to take over now, and their offense heads onto the field.
That little out and back route there on the back, I love that route. It's not good for a lot, but it's good for a first down most of the time, if they catch it, which is not a given, because the running back and the halfback on my team don't have the best catch ratings. Sometimes some of these, the tight end ends up in there, but here we go. Two-minute warning. If you watch this, you will see. You're thinking, there's no way he can do it, but he does. He being me. And I'm only able to do it because Tampa Bay doesn't hold on to the ball for very long. Hurry up offense here. when I'm not recording, I do a lot more hurry-up offense. Because there's no way to control the settings on the presentation of the game. Touchdown. But I got knocked on my ass. They're all jumping around, having a good time. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there going, anybody want to help me up off the ground? Coach is doing some sort of weird-ass fist-pumping thing. But there's no way to control the presentation. So if you just let the game play, they pretty much give you a replay after every play, which is kind of annoying. And I've been including them in the recording just to try and get a flow to the game. 45 seconds. Timeout. Come on. Hang on. Everybody to the line. I have an idea. Why don't we try one of my favorite plays here? Come on. Let's go into the game plan. What was that? That's not what we want. That's not going to work. That's not going to get us anything. Told you it wasn't going to get us anything. See, like this. Does anybody need a replay of this? Nothing happened. A man did not catch the ball. Another man did not intercept the ball. Just a couple of guys jumping up in the air. They might as well be doing a high five. And we're going to go into shotgun, and we're going to scroll all the way up to the slot something or other. I'm going to take the tight end and make him streak, and he is always open. It's a flaw in this game, but probably 8 times out of 10, the tight end is open. And the problem is, I didn't even see what was going on there. The problem is I don't feel like the computer adjusts to what you're doing very well, because you can run the same play 2 or 3 times and get away with it more often than not. They just don't do a very good job of adjusting to the fact that I'm not going to run. Down to 24 seconds. Going deep. He's wide open. Jackson for the touchdown. 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. 3 touchdowns in the second quarter. Ronn McCarrick is on fire. 41-0 at halftime. 42-0 at halftime. My bad. Then they come out after half. They get 3 points. You never really get a chance to tell what the momentum to the game is in that regard, because the way that you sim when you're not on the field, as you can see, it's just all you get is a couple of bars. Ooh, picked. So much for the perfect quarterback rating. So you just get those bars that show the progress of the ball, and I guess it's not terrible. I'd rather look at the bars go by in 3 seconds than have to watch every play of the AI running offense and defense. All right, that was an interception last time we were out. Let's see if we can't do something better here.
An extra tight end on the field for this one.
Streak that tight end right up the middle. And instead, they're going to drag me down and run me over. Oh, can I get a replay on that? Yeah, you're kicking dirt in my face. Whatever. Yep, there I am, and smack. Taking too much time. Not even trying to get away, just getting run right over. So now, obviously, I'm going to show him what for. It's 2nd and 18. I'm going to try and grab it all in one play. What could possibly go wrong with this? Nothing. And it worked. Because that tight end is always open. Of course, that's my starting tight end, and now he's injured. And having already played through this whole game, I can tell you that Jordan will not be back in this game. In fact, at some point, we're going to see him walk off the sidelines. Oh, we're getting close. We're closing in on it. Look at that, 73.5% completion rating.
This offense has been moving the football all day long. Once again in the red zone.
Good stuff.
What will they do?
In this passing attack, you know, I don't care what they say about improvements to the defense and improvements to the running game. They need to do something about this passing attack because I am just eating it up. That should have been an interception.
Their red zone percentage to this point, which is brought to you by Verizon.
The slot cross. Now in this one, I generally like to go to the slot receiver.
Offense lines up here.
Usually by the time he makes it across the second set of hashes, he's wide open. But waiting for that to happen. Yeah, you saw. I got run over again. They are just running me down, putting me in the dirt. But here's the thing. So because it's, told you, there he is. He's hurt. He's not going to be coming back. Because it's a career franchise, they obviously take into account that you don't want to play a character that's going to be hurt all the time. Oh, second pick. See me running after him? I'm like, well, I threw it to him. I should at least try and get in on the tackle. But I'm slow. I'm horribly slow. In Madden 13, I played a running quarterback, and I was fast. In this case, I played a pocket quarterback, and I'm not fast at all. My helmet does look funny, but I may have to pick a different helmet to make it look less funny.
The Falcons come onto the field for their next series.
All right, we're not anywhere near our 3 touchdowns for this quarter, so we need to get something going. And instead, let's throw a 3rd interception. We wanted 3 touchdowns, and instead we got 3 interceptions. And I don't know why it is, but I tend to shit my own pants in the 3rd quarter more often than not. Part of it is that the dog was trying to get up on the couch and lick my face and be on my lap, and apparently felt neglected. So that was throwing me off a little bit, but I can offer no excuses because it's a video game and I could have paused it. But instead, I just kept on keeping on, see what kind of mistakes I can make. And it doesn't look like anything's going to happen in the 3rd quarter. Had that one drive that ended in an interception, but for the most part, this is just ugly. There he goes, off the field. We'll see you. Fortunately, my backup tight end, my number 2 guy, isn't too bad, and the fullback makes a decent tight end, so it won't make any difference. I'll just throw the ball to somebody else. But what I was saying is because it's a career where I'm an individual player, and they don't want you to get hurt, because as the actual player of the game, as opposed to the player in the game, sitting out for 3 or 6 or 8 weeks with a broken collarbone or whatever is not entertaining. You're just simming games. So instead, they give you a a high stamina and a high injury stat. So I will take 12, 15 sacks a game. I don't care. I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to get hurt. This is the third Madden game where they've done this whole, or is it the second? I don't know. Maybe it's the second. But I've not been hurt as the career player at all. So never missed a single game or a single set of downs. So I am not worried about getting sacked. I should, however, be worried about getting the ball to the receivers because it doesn't look like I'm paying any attention to where I'm throwing the ball. Little out and back from Lynch. Little stop route for Thomas and Jackson. Got a little something going on. We need three touchdowns in this quarter. We actually end up getting 4, I believe.
There's not much you're going to get done then. That time,
so I did not get to the 12 touchdowns in this game, but it was a very solid outing. Other than that complete collapse in the third quarter, which we're going to try and just ignore that and keep on going here. If I don't get Offensive Player of the Week for this performance, it will only be because my brother did something insane and lit up the scoreboard. Which, I mean, I got 49 points going into the fourth quarter here.
Lynch is lined up now as the running back behind the quarterback.
The fact that this is more typical than not of how the games usually play out is kind of a disappointment. I don't want to lose by any means. I would rather not play this game and have a losing record because I just can't figure it out because it's so damn hard. But at the same time, I would like it to be slightly more competitive. Right now, like I said, the record for touchdowns is 11, but the record, which is not held by me, fortunately, my brother has a record on interceptions, and he's thrown 10 interceptions in a game. Now, I did throw 9 interceptions in 2 back-to-back games, and I'll have to check the record, but I think I won both of those games.
First down, following the long play.
Or at least one of them. And you should not do that. If you throw 6, 7, 8 interceptions, you shouldn't win. I don't care who you're playing against. But with this offensive gameplay, the deep passes, the long passes, it's insane. I don't know if you noticed it. We're halfway, probably 3/4 of the way through the second season. And my character already has an overall score of 96 in his second season. So the progression seems too fast. But at the same time, you need constant progression, but it just seems too fast. I set it up, I think they give you 3 options. You can set it up to progress weekly, quarterly, or by the season. I set it up weekly. It just gives us one more thing to do. There's a practice mode that you can play before each week, where there's a number of scenarios that you can play through. Unless you're actually trying to practice, the only one that I ever use is the down by 2, which basically you're down by 2 with like 3 minutes left in the game. And there he goes. Runs like this make me look like they just pump my stats up. It's awesome. But you can play anything from a full game to a quarter to, there's probably 10 or 15 different scenarios for your practice. But unless you're actually trying to accomplish something in particular, the reward is the same. You get 1,000 points for doing the practice. You get 2,000 points if it's a successful practice. So if it's down by 2, if you win that scrimmage, you get 2,000 points. If you just play it and you're down by 2 and it finishes and you didn't score anything, you lose, you get 1,000 points. That's not a lot, particularly once you get up into the 80s and 90s on your stats, but it's free points. I don't know why you would practice on a full game. I don't know what you would really get out of that. Oh, another touchdown. Yeah. I hate that animation. The whole, I'm playing a guitar, I now smash the guitar. The only animation I hate worse than that is what you just saw with the coach doing that rather awkward looking fist pump. It's just, it's goofy. The animation of the coaches, or at least the look of the coaches, their bodies, is disturbing to me. All right, minute 50, minute 49. See, we can't squeeze out one more touchdown. Oh, look, and we get the ball right here. This should be an easy one. I'm going quick. Quick in the end zone. There he is. 10 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. What a game for Ronn McCarrick. See that fist pump? You see that? I hate that. It's so dumb looking. At least that coach looks pissed. I don't know what my coach is doing. There should more of these. I would like if more of these replays showed my avatar as opposed to the receiver. I mean, he didn't throw the ball. So, 13 seconds. And I want one more touchdown. I want my record, but I can't have it. I should just take a knee, but instead we do a quick out to Lynch. He gets a first down, call a timeout. We got 3 of them. Why the hell not? Shoving, pushing going on. Everybody gets a drink of water. You will see you play this game, you will see that drink of water animation a lot. I don't know why my avatar is so red. In Season 1, my avatar is not nearly so red, but Heidi had me take some new pictures because she didn't think it looked like me. And I came out very orange or red looking. I look like I've been in a tanning booth. Or, maybe fake tanning lotion or something. I don't know. Oh, from 39, can I do it? Cumberland, straight out. He'll be open. He'll catch it. But he will be caught inside the 10, and time will run out. Yes, you got a first down, dude. Big news. Game is over. So there you go.
Well, it's a nice Thanksgiving win today.
Yeah,
sad day for the Buccaneers. They got to go home empty-handed. I get some congratulations. Andrew Luck can suck it. And my hair, did you see how my hair just appeared as we got closer? Started out bald and then point, my hair appears. 711 yards and almost 70% completion. That's not too bad. That third quarter collapse killed us. GMC play of the game. McCarrick to Jackson for the score. Never say never. And I think that fella's supposed to be the owner, but I don't know. I don't recognize him. So there you have it. That's what it looks like when we're playing football on the PS3. Madden 25 on the PS3 with the Hauppauge PVR, recording it and editing it with Movie Maker. I'm Ronn McCarrick. You're watching this on YouTube. You can catch it at ron.com. Subscribe to my channel here at YouTube, and I will talk at you later. Here's some stats for you. Enjoy. Thanks for watching. Peace out.